I'm sure you've heard the news. Hey everyone, how are you doing? Fellow car lovers, have you also noticed how the world is getting too quiet? It seems like the passion for the roar of engines is fading away. It's like someone put the world on silent mode, just like we do with our phones to ignore that one relative at Sunday lunch. It's like we're losing a part of our identity. Electric cars are here, all right. They're the future and all. They're efficient, environmentally friendly, and even good-looking. But honestly, they're like those modern vacuum cleaners. Efficient, silent, and boring as heck. Where's the thrill, the sound that makes your heart race? Nothing, absolutely nothing, can replace the raw, visceral symphony of a combustion engine giving its all. It's a unique sensory experience. So today, we're going to celebrate the last roar of the true kings of the asphalt, the gasoline-powered gladiators, with a countdown of the top 10 cars with the most amazing engine sounds of all time. Get ready for a nostalgic ride. Buckle up, because this is going to be one thrilling ride. Let's feel the adrenaline together. I'm sure you've heard the news. The Ferrari F12 TDF is as brutal as it is beautiful. And it's not just any Ferrari. It's a declaration of love to the golden age of V12 engines. Under the hood, we find a naturally aspirated 6.3-liter engine that produces a sound so visceral, so raw, that you'll question your own sanity. The F12 TDF doesn't roar, it screams, it howls. It begs to be unleashed on an open track with no speed limit. It's a sound experience that stays with you forever. I don't think people understand the true power of the Koenigsegg Jesko. If the Ferrari is an Italian opera, the Koenigsegg Jesko is a Swedish death metal concert that will blow your mind. This hypercar is powered by a 5-liter twin-turbo V8 that delivers an absurd amount of power, enough to make even a NASA rocket jealous. But what really sets the Jesko apart is its sound. Forget those boring turbo engines that sound like a hairdryer on high. The Jesko roars with the fury of Thor on a rampage. It's the sound of an engine defying the laws of physics, always on the verge of total collapse, and it's simply glorious. Are you ready to experience the fury of German engineering? Known for their impeccable engineering, meticulous attention to detail, and of course, their obsession with building cars so fast, they're scary. The Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series fits this profile perfectly. Under the elegant hood beats a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 that unleashes a roar as menacing as Darth Vader himself. The GT Black Series was made to devour corners with the fury of a hungry hawk, and the sound of the engine echoing through the mountains will give you goosebumps. Am I the only one that didn't know the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ is called the enraged Italian bull? This is a car that not only turns heads, but also demands respect. Of course, we couldn't have a list of cars with amazing engine sounds without a good Lamborghini, right? The Aventador SVJ is the embodiment of Italian power and design. And when it comes to pure sonic brutality, few come close to the Aventador SVJ. Its sound is unmistakable, a mechanical symphony that resonates on the streets and tracks. This car is a monster, a raging bull in car form, and its 6.5-liter V12 engine is like someone hooked a megaphone straight to the underworld. Every acceleration is an adrenaline rush. The sound is raw, visceral, primal, and it's impossible not to feel a shiver down your spine when you hear that roar. It's an auditory experience that connects you directly to the soul of the car. It's the kind of sound that makes you want to paint racing stripes on the asphalt and challenge anyone to a drag race. It's a machine that transforms any road into a high-speed battlefield. I bet you didn't know the Ferrari 458 Italia is still a living legend. Some may say that the Ferrari 458 Italia is too old to be on this list. But for true enthusiasts, it's a living legend. After all, it's an old car by today's standards, but its essence remains untouched. But for me, the 458 Italia represents the pinnacle of the naturally aspirated V8 engine era. It's an icon that transcends time. The 4.5-liter engine is a masterpiece of engineering, a true gem, a perfect example of instant throttle response that connects you directly to the machine, and a high-pitched roar that's more exciting than insert relatable exciting event. It's pure adrenaline. It's a sound that sticks in your brain, that makes you vibrate, that you recognize from miles away, even without seeing it. that makes you want to drop everything, become a getaway driver, and live life on the edge. And spend the rest of your life speeding on winding roads, feeling every corner, every acceleration. I'm sure you've heard the news. Pagani Zonda, a symphony from an Italian craftsman. The Pagani Zonda is the kind of car that defies definition. Supercar, hypercar, work of art. The answer, of course, is a resounding yes to all of the above. Each Zonda is handcrafted with absurd attention to detail, and the beating heart of these machines is an AMG V12 engine that produces one of the most distinct and exhilarating sounds ever heard. It's a blend of fury and elegance, of brute force and refinement. It's the sound of an artist shaping his masterpiece, an engine that was made to be admired as much as it was made to be driven. If you're a car enthusiast, then you need to hear the Chevrolet Corvette Z06, the roar of the American muscle car. The Chevrolet Corvette. An American icon, a symbol of affordable power and performance, a car that always knew how to produce an engine roar to be envied. The Corvette Z06 takes it to another level. Its 5.5-liter V8 engine with a cross-plane crankshaft produces a unique sound, unlike any other V8 out there. It's higher pitched, more piercing, more like a race car, and it's simply glorious. It's the sound of America showing the world how to make a real muscle car. This is why you need to hear the Lexus LFA, the high-pitched scream of the Japanese dragon. When Lexus decided to create a supercar, they weren't messing around. The Lexus LFA is a technological marvel, a car that was born to take on the best from Italy and Germany. And one of the most striking things about the LFA is its 4.8-liter V10 engine. It doesn't roar, it doesn't growl, it screams. It's a sound that haunts you even in your dreams. That makes you wonder if you really heard it or if it was just your imagination. You need to hear this if you're a car enthusiast. Porsche 911 GT3, the six-cylinder orchestra from Stuttgart. The Porsche 911 GT3 needs no introduction. It's an icon, a legend, a car that's always redefining what it means to be a sports car. And at the heart of every GT3 beats a six-cylinder boxer engine that produces one of the most distinct and exhilarating sounds in the automotive world. It's a sound that's both mechanical and musical, raw and refined, a sound that's simply Porsche. Ford Mustang GT, the American V8 Thunder. You need to hear this if you're a car enthusiast. A list of cars with amazing engine sounds wouldn't be complete without the Ford Mustang GT. It's the original muscle car, the car that started a revolution, and to this day is one of the most exciting cars to drive. And a lot of that is due to its 5-liter V8 engine. It's an engine that was born with a single purpose, to produce a spine-tingling roar, and it does that masterfully. The Mustang GT roars with the authority of a thunderbolt, a menacing and exhilarating sound at the same time. I bet you didn't know how mesmerizing the sound of internal combustion can be. The 10 cars with the most amazing engine sounds of all time. Of course, this list isn't the be-all and end-all, and everyone has their own taste, their own opinion on which cars should be here. But one thing is for sure, these cars represent the pinnacle of automotive engineering, and their sounds are a testament to the power and emotion of internal combustion. Because in an increasingly quiet world, these sounds are becoming true relics,